and Tim and everybody else is doing what they can to lobby for
department to go to Schoolcraft. I got a kind of a complaint. I called the police because I don't know how to do a computer stuff, so I had somebody came up with some paperwork that said you call the police and stuff like that. I've had 2 pumps working since the weekend. I just finally shut it off this morning, both my pumps. I still got water coming in. They were supposed to come up, check my shoes out to see if it's my fault, the city's fault, whatever. I haven't heard about it. They're supposed to leave me a pamphlet. They haven't left that. I just want to know what's going on. My fault or what? I got water coming in. And how long are you guys going to be doing the disposal thing? I'm just starting to wait now.
Announced early in the program. How long does information? They'll go to your house and find out why.
Yeah, they were
still
supposed to be
water
there.
in your house.
Never heard of it.
I apologize for that, sir, but there are plain forms on the city clerk's counter.
Well, they were supposed to leave me a packet. They said, leave me a packet, they're checking my sewers, then they will let me know what's going on.
We're going to get somebody out there to check that water that's coming still in your basement. If you have an opportunity as you're leaving, there is a packet of information. There's sets of them on the city clerk's counter.
Thank you. We're sorry that you weren't getting the proper attention, but...
My name is Michelle Kraska, and we live north of 5 Mile between Merriman and Farmington. The morning after the flood, I went to the city and I filled out the papers that we were supposed to fill out. But in doing so, it really should have been filled out by a representative of the city that would have come and done this interview themselves, not by us. So we don't really know if we filled this out properly or not. If the Michigan Municipal Risk Management Authority is going to base it, whether we get aid or anything, on this packet, then I'm deeply concerned. Nobody has come yet from the city to check our situation. Our insurance company has stated that it is a sewer backup. Unfortunately, we have that minimum insurance to help us out just a little bit. And we have been pumping and just turned them off today. What my question is, why is the gentleman here from Michigan Municipal Risk Management Authority? Why are you possibly going to choose some people to get aid and some not? And why did we fill out these packets if somebody else should have filled them out from the city?
Well, I'm not sure that the packets were designed to be filled out by anybody other than putting the claims in, but do you have any feel for that?
Yeah. No, you're fine.
You're fine.
We revised the forms to condense it down to one form to make it easier to process this information, but you processed it and got the information before we made the revisions. Either form is fine.
So if it is a force of nature and the city is not responsible, nobody's responsible, and Michigan Municipal Risk Management Authority says basically what everybody else has said here, that really nobody's responsible, when are we going to hear anything other than that? Because that's certainly not what I want to hear.
Each claim will be investigated, and we don't know if the insurance company that said that their documented response was that it was a failure of the sewer, and they didn't come out to actually inspect the sewers, the cameras and so on. But we will look at each individual claim, and we have never said this evening that there is any design, direction, or leaning not to pay claims that have a relationship to defects in the sewers and this type of thing. We're just saying that that's the evaluation of the claim, and if there is no evidence after a thorough investigation that the system was defective, it was just full and non-functioning as a result of the storm.
So what is the next step, and what can we expect as the next step?
The next step somebody will get back with you. Remember when Mike from risk management talk, about 40-day period, 45-day period, we'll be getting back with you within that 45-day period.
So within 45 days, we should hear from them or from the city?
It will be a cooperative effort between the two of us.
Okay, I'll look forward to receiving it.
And we appreciate your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Before I say anything, I first want to say I love the city. I've been a resident for 20-something years. This whole situation is just made me sick. Another good thing, I guess I can say.
My name is Bill Hendricks. I've been living in Livonia for just approximately 6 years. I'm sorry, I'm also not public speaking. I bought my house when I was 24 to be my starter. I'm now married with 2 kids, including a 2-year-old daughter and a 1-month-old son, where we had to share a car park with and to find asbestos tiles underneath. There's more to just the demolition and tearing out and replacing. There's health hazards here that are beyond our control or scheme. I had companies come and give me estimates on the new drain system around my house, ranging from $7,000 to $15,000. I can't afford this. I don't know if that'll even fix the problem. You said that the claims will be investigated at whose cost?
At our cost.
So if any drain pipes need to be dug up in your front yard, when does the city's problem end and mine begin? If my drain tiles are failing on my house, is that strictly my problem or is that the city's?
If I tell you that it is, then I will further alienate the audience, but what happens on your property is your property and it is your responsibility. Our responsibility starts where we connect and provide the infrastructure to your property. And I don't say that as an uncaring, sorry about it, but we don't care. We do care. And I wish there was a funding source that we could say to you, yeah, here's either a zero interest loan or whatever to help you with your problem. But the purpose of tonight was to hear the magnitude of the problems and those isolated instances where we can put together resources to help. We will do it. We've also tried to explain the background of what the city did for the storm. But whatever happens on my property is my responsibility. What happens in yours, unfortunately, is yours as well.
So,
and I do care. I'm not an uncaring person.
Would a new system prevent this from happening again? Whether this is the 3rd most rainfall or the highest amount of rainfall we've ever had, it doesn't mean next year we won't get more. That this can continue. And what can we do to prevent our personal stuff from getting damaged?
Well, again, and we hate to turn to Jerome, but he's with the department who will come out and be very happy to evaluate your problem. We can't bring the finances to it. But sometimes the edge drains, sometimes they break up the basement floor along the interior.